Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stampin' Up with Jamie. Thank you so much for joining me either live or on replay on YouTube or on my blog. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. I'm super excited to be here with you. I have a great card to show you. I have a couple sneak peeks to show you. I just realized I'm going to move my camera just a smidge. There we go. Okay, here's the thing. I don't have my computer next to me, so I hope I'm live in the right place. Give me a shout out, say hi if you are on and I am where I'm supposed to be. Let me know that I'm good to go. Okay, good. Hi, Karen. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. I am super excited to be here with you tonight. First of all, I have these crazy big lights on either side of me. I feel like I need sunglasses. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you head over and you look a little bit farther down on my Facebook page. I posted a sneak peek of what my setup looks like tonight, and it's quite bright. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hello, hello. I have a sweet sneak peek for you. Now, today's Tuesday. Earlier today, did I do it? No, today's Wednesday. Yesterday, I went ahead on my YouTube page and, oh, thanks, Heather. And I did a live sneak peek of lots of new goodies that I have. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you head on over to my YouTube page. You can look up Stampin' Up with Jamie and you will find my live video because I share lots of goodies that I got and in my pre-order from this beautiful new catalog. I just love new catalogs. They're super exciting. Now, I can't show you anything inside, unfortunately, but I can give you a look at the cover here. And gorgeous. I love it. It's very simplistic cover, which I really appreciate because that's kind of how I stamp, so I can appreciate it. Oh, good, Lynn, you saw it. Good, good. Yes, lots of goodies, lots of new things. This here is part of the set that I'm going to use tonight. This is going to be available, gosh, I think it's January 5th. Yep, January 5th. I had it in my head and then I second guessed myself. So this will be available to order from beginning January 5th. This is the January to June mini catalog. And as a demonstrator, we get to pre-order it. So if you'd like to get your hands on the goodies early, now's a great time to join and become a demonstrator, and you can pre-order it beginning in December, okay? There is also a beautiful new celebration catalog. Again, unfortunately, I can't show you any of the goodies on the inside, but I can give you a super close-up look at the cover. Lots of fun things. Again, these are all products and items that you will be able to earn for free. Hello, who doesn't love free? Everybody loves free. With qualifying orders. Okay, so both of these will go live January 5th of next year. If you have placed an order from me within a year, so within the last year, you will automatically be mailed these. I will order them beginning in December and get them out in the mail ASAP. If you do not currently have a demonstrator that you order from and would like to receive the catalog, I would be happy to put your name on my list. Just you have to let me know. So you can email me, you can send me a Facebook message, you can contact me on my blog, whatever works for you. Just let me know that you're interested in a catalog and I'd be happy to pop that in. Again, head over to my YouTube channel because I did my pre-order viewing, if you want to call it that, yesterday. Okay, so lots of new product going on this card. Some things are retiring, or not retiring, but carrying over, or they're in the annual catalog, but lots of new product. So let me first show you the beautiful designer series paper because honestly, I'm a sucker for designer series paper and this absolutely does not disappoint. I mean, this paper is gorgeous, absolutely drop dead gorgeous. It's called Fine Art Floral Designer Series Paper. It's all of our designer series paper is double-sided. One tends to be more images and one tends to be more patterns. So this is a kind of a glimpse at the more imagery side. This is the one that I'm using in my card tonight. We have that guy there. And then we have like a blue. This is beautiful. I love these colors together, even though there's yellow in it. Florals, beautiful florals, blue, beautiful. Now this one, I think this is the one. Let's see if I can get the full sheet out. I've already cut it, but hold on, give me a second here. Here we go. The full sheet, this is what the full sheet looks like. Oh, it's beautiful. Like, do we have to cut it? Do I have to? Please don't make me cut this. Of course you have to cut it. We have to use it. It's beautiful. So that's just the piece of it. And then we have more like Pacific Point and yellow colors. Then the flip side, again, is more pattern. So this is like blues. I just love the texture. It's flat, but it just looks like there's so much texture on the card. An orange pattern. This is, I'm guessing, like a petal pink. So pretty. This is more like Coastal Cabana, maybe Pool Party, Bermuda Bay. A beautiful, I don't know what color that is actually. Pink, darker pink, and then another yellow color. So, heads up, this paper is gorgeous. You're going to want it. It will be on your wish list because it's so pretty. It will also be included in my product share. So my product share details will all come out beginning of December. I was hoping sooner, but next week is Thanksgiving, so family comes first. So beginning of December, all the details will be on my blog. It gets you a sampling of all the new paper, so this and all the other new paper that will be coming out, as well as embellishments and ribbons and all the fun new goodies. It gives you a sampling, so be on the lookout for that. Now, back to tonight's card, because that's what you came for. My card starts off with Petal Pink cardstock. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 in the middle. And believe it or not, I remember my bone folder. I never remember my bone folder, and somehow I remembered it tonight. So I was kind of proud of myself, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so in that suite that we're playing with tonight, which, by the way, let me get the name of it. Hold on, I gotta open it off camera. The Fine Art Floral Suite is where most of this product comes from. In that suite is a really beautiful painted texture 3D embossing folder. This image here does not do it justice. So let me give you a closer look at a piece of cardstock already embossed. It's kind of like subtle. It's not like too in your face. It's just beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Lots of texture, it's just really pretty. And it matches the feel of the paper beautifully. I can borrow Julie's. So I'm going to adhere this down with liquid glue, and you know, I don't know about you, but I always struggle which side to use, right? Do I use that one? Do I use that one? They're both pretty, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. I didn't want to go off my cardstock there. I had to pay attention. Okay. And this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's the entire size of the card front. Okay, so that's on my card front. Ta-da. And then I took, let me see here, 2 3/4, so 2 3/4 by 4, a piece of that designer series paper. It's the one that has the yellow on the background, on the back of it, excuse me. And this card, I took inspiration from the front of the catalog. So I was looking at this card here, and I really was inspired by it. And believe me, actually there's no matting, which is like unheard of. I always mat. I don't know why I felt compelled not to mat this time. I don't know why, but I like it not matted. I never like anything unmatted, but I like that. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to kind of switch gears a second, because this weekend I was away. I was scrapbooking all weekend. I used this Stampin' Seal so much. I think I went through 4 rolls of it. That's how much scrapbooking I did. I was very busy. And I found that if I hold it, let's see here, if I hold it like this, kind of my finger, and do this as opposed to what we would normally do like this, like a normal runner. If I hold it like this, I'm trying to see, like thumb at the top, fingers at the bottom, pointer at the end, it works really well. And I know this adhesive can be a little tricky, but all I do is I start here and I just kind of like rock it, and it cuts it perfectly. And so that's my little trick I learned over the weekend after I used four things of it. You kind of become an expert when you're using, when you're using four adhesive rolls. Okay, So then I took a piece of vellum. I had this beautiful floral. I wasn't going to put anything underneath it, but I felt like it needed a little bit of something to help it pop, to help it stand out. I felt like it kind of got a little bit lost just right on the cardstock. So I thought vellum is perfect because you can still see through it. It gives us kind of like a peekaboo to the imagery that's underneath it. But at the same time, it's something for that flower to kind of stand off of. The thing with vellum is that it's see-through and it will show the adhesive. So what I like to do is just put like one single strip down the middle to kind of hold it in place, and we're good to go. So all this is it's lifting, it's not adhered down, but that little strip in the middle is enough to hold it down, and my flower is going to cover where you see that adhesive underneath. So just keep in mind with vellum, it's see-through, so ideally less adhesive is better. And honest to goodness, one little strip is good to go. You don't have to like go crazy with adhesive with it. Okay, now let me show you the stamp set. Are you excited? I'm so excited. I feel like we need to take a moment. Can we have a moment of silence? The art gallery stamp set. It's part of a bundle. This is beautiful. It is double step stamping that we have going on here. So these two go together, and then these down here. We have a stem, and then we also have like a standalone floral image over here. Great sentiments. You pretty much have everything covered here. You have a birthday, a congratulations, best wishes, thank you, you're lovely, I'm thinking of you. I mean, it covers it all. If I had to suggest one stamp set, one bundle, I think would hands down be this one, just because you pretty much get everything you need. It's all there, all your sentiments. So I just love this so much, and of course I'm using it tonight. Let me show you the colors. Oh, hold on, let me show you the bundle. I'm so excited, I just want to keep going. The dies that it coordinates with, the floral gallery dies, they're this. We have a couple standalone images, but then also this really fun one. This says, oops, just want to say. So you could do just want to say happy birthday, just want to say best wishes. So you can kind of do a lot of mix and matching, which is really fun. I love word dies, so that's really cool. And then we have some dies down here that coordinate with the stamped images, and then two sort of label dies. So you're going to want the bundle. The bundle will save you the 10% when you buy them together. So a little bit of savings, love it. Who doesn't want a little bit of savings? Now let me show you my color scheme that I'm working with tonight. I'm using Blushing Bride, Rococo Rose, Mary Merlot, and Mossy Meadow as my green. So sticking with more like the deeper pinks. Normally I do just petal pink. Actually, technically, hold on, let me think. Rococo Rose, Mary Merlot. I didn't use Blushing Bride, actually. It should look like this. Hold on. That's what it should look like. Petal Pink, Rococo Rose, Mary Merlot, and Mossy Meadow. I'll show you why I had the Blushing Bride out, because I was playing with layers of color, different combinations and whatnot. So this one here is Blushing Bride and Rococo Rose. So the larger image is the Blushing Bride, and then the darker image here that's less of it is the Rococo Rose. So I was just kind of like playing with, you know, what the different versions might look like. Then this one here is, what did I do for this one? I forgot. I think this is Blushing Bride and Mary Merlot were the two that I used on that one. So again, just kind of, oh, that's the one. Yeah. No, excuse me. It has to be, what did I do? I forget what this one is. I just did it. That might be Petal Pink. That might be Petal Pink and Mary Merlot. It's so funny. I did this literally 5 minutes before going live because I wanted to see if I like different color combinations better. And now I don't remember what color that is. Well, we'll see. It's a color combination. It's one of those pinks. You'll have to let me know which one you like more. I'm going to go with this one. I initially did this one, but I felt like the darker pink kind of makes it pop a little bit more, and it does pull out that darker Mary Merlot color in it. So that's the one we're going to go with. But gosh, the sky's the limit as far as what you can do, really. All the different combinations and whatnot. You could do the same color, but stamp off for one of the shades. Gosh, you can do so much. So I'm going to use Mary Merlot and Rococo Rose. I think that's what I use. Believe it or not, I'm second guessing myself. Yes, I think that's what I used. When you're doing two-step stamping, you may want to play around a little bit. I find it's easier to actually stamp the darker image first and then the lighter image. Even though that you would think it would almost be easier to stamp the bigger image and then the other one, I just find it's easier to match off the darker image. What did Lisa say? A flower with a darker tone in it. You like and then Lee says, I like the darker colors or Mary Merlot and Rococo Rose. Yeah, I don't know. I think I really like this one. I liked it a lot. I just didn't know if it was what I liked with the designer series paper. So this by itself, I really liked. I'm not going to get rid of this. But I'm going to keep a hold of it. But for tonight and using the specific designer series paper that I have, I did like the darker colors better. So I'm going to stamp the smaller image here, or the one with less detail, is I guess I would call that, in the Mary Merlot first. Now, this is also artistic, so keep in mind it doesn't have to be a perfect match. When we are layering our colors, it does, oh, my thumb almost went in that. It doesn't have to be a perfect match. It's artistic. So there's an artistic liberty here. For the bigger flower image here, okay, the more solid one, the background one, the lighter shade in this case, I'm going to stamp it in Rococo Rose. I think that's what I did. I'm pretty sure. I cannot get the inside of what has happened? Hold on. There we go. I was like, there was a spot on the stamp that it wasn't hitting. You think the lighter ones get lost in the DSP? Yeah, I would agree. I like the lighter tones. I just don't know if I like it necessarily with the designer series paper that we're using. So I agree. Now this guy, let me tell you, it's artistic. That's what we're going to call it. So it doesn't, I'm going to show you after I stamp. Maybe if I stamp and then show you. Hopefully this works. Man, that looks awfully dark, but I think it's going to dry lighter. I'm second guessing myself. That looks awfully dark, but I think those are pretty much the colors I use. They just have to dry. So when you're layering the one over the other, keep in mind that, you know, it's artistic. So not all your points are going to touch and they're not all going to match up like perfectly. Just something to consider. That does not look the same, but I swear that's what it is. That's so funny. Well, we're going to go with it. Okay, I'm going to use that die, my coordinating die, to cut it out off screen here. Let's see here. Get it going. Okay, so we're going to eyeball it. It's going to look something like that. Okay, I'm going to run it through. That's so funny. Run it through, cut it out. Oh, we have to do my stem too. I should have cut that at the same time. Okay, so what we're left with. It's the same one. I swear it's the same one. Okay, we're going to set that aside. For the leaf, which I forgot to mount on a block. This is the leaf. Let me just grab that out. I forgot to put that one on a block. I'm going to stamp it. And this is just one-step stamping. The flower is the only two-step stamping. So, oh, do I need the bigger one? No, I don't need the bigger one. Perfect. I'm going to stamp this in Mossy Meadow. Ink, ink, ink. Can I get it over here so I save cardstock? We're going to do that. Okay, Mossy Meadow. I like Mossy Meadow. You know, when I'm doing more deeper stamped images, color-wise. And of course, we have a die that coordinates, that matches it. This one's a little trickier because you have your stem. So my suggestion would be to match the stem. And then if you match the stem, the leaves will probably match up. But if you try and get the leaves, you may not catch the stem right. Okay, so follow the stem, and that will kind of be your clue when it's all lined up. And if you catch the stem right, the leaves will probably cut out just fine. Thanks, Lynette. I appreciate it. I hope everyone's well tonight. Doing well. I missed you guys last week. I was away, but I missed being here with you for sure. Okay. Now, when I was gluing it down, where's my adhesive? I'm telling you, I lose things on this table here. I tend to spread. I sort of wanted one petal kind of like tucked under and then one kind of overlapping the top. I think I want it like that. So I'm going to glue down my petal first, but to kind of get in a gauge as to where I want it, oops, whoa, that almost ripped. Let's see here. Like that. So I didn't glue the flower down yet, but to kind of gauge where I wanted it, I just sort of held it in my hand. And then my adhesive. And then that's the one I'm going to sort of tuck one under and then one out. Oh, he's a little high up. I don't know if I can get the leaf off. Let's see. Watch me rip them. It needs to be a little lower. So my trick, and I shared this before, if you're pulling something off, don't pull up. Pull out. If you pull out, you just kind of separate the adhesive. Whereas if you pull up, you're going to rip it. You're going to completely bend your cardstock or whatever image you have. So bend out, and usually it'll come up as long as, you know, you haven't done this. As long as you don't press too hard, your images should pull up. Okay, that's what we have going there. My white adhesive again. Next, we're going to do the sentiment. Lots of really beautiful, fun sentiments. You can do a lot of kind of mix and matching, which I think is really fun. Interesting adhesive technique. Which one do you think, Lynette? Are you talking about the taking it off or my holding my adhesive? I don't know if you were on when I was talking about how to hold the adhesive. I'm using the I'm Thinking of You, and I do have that blocked up already. And I'm going to stamp it in the Rococo Rose. Man, that looks so much darker. Hold on, let's see. I swear that's the same. Those are the same colors I used. You would never know. I think it's the same colors I used. I'm completely second guessing myself, everyone. Oh, holding it? Yeah, I find it works really well. As opposed to going like this, because in order to rip it well, you kind of have to like push your finger ahead. Oh yeah, I shared it earlier. So let me cut this out and I'll kind of show you. I found it works really well when you hold it kind of awkwardly, but it actually, it doesn't feel awkward after a while. I used it a lot this weekend. I mean, a lot. And it feels really well when you do it this way, and it breaks really nicely. If you hold the adhesive more in like the traditional way we would hold adhesive, I find that it doesn't rip very easily. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to use to cut out. It's got this nice little texture running around the edge of it, and it's perfect for this big sentiment. So it like perfect size. And I'm just going to line that up like that. Oops, can't pick up anything around here. Run it through. Oops. Okay, now, oops, come here. I can't get it. I can't pick it. There we go. Whew, I couldn't pick it up. There's our sentiment. I'm thinking of you. I love it. I love these kinds of sentiments. Just where you're like, someone's on your mind and maybe they could use like a little pick-me-up. My favorite cards to send are the ones that people don't expect. So I have this beautiful gold like trim. Oops, sorry. It's from, oh my gosh, let's see if I can get it out quickly. This is from the annual catalog, I think. Now I'm second guessing myself. Hold on, let me look quickly. I didn't write it down ahead of time. It's part of a duo pack. Of course, now I can't find it. There it is, number 22. It's from the Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack. So it's, you get a beautiful like vanilla, almost basket weave, and then this really pretty green, which tends to fray on the edge, as you see here in my example. It's almost frays on the edge, but I actually really like it. I like that it kind of frays. And all I do, again, this is super artistic. You can't overthink it. You have to just let the trim speak to you. I put a little bit of adhesive there, And then I just kind of tack one end down, double it over, tack that end down, double it over. Actually, it's a little bigger than I want. And here's the thing. Oh my goodness, you can lift it right up. So if you're like, ooh, that did not come out right, you just lift it off. No harm done. Twist it again and then catch the other side. And then I always kind of check it out. Do I like the way it looks? And I think I do. So we're going to call it a day and cut it. Again, if you don't like it, my goodness, the one I was working on for my example for tonight, I think I tried 3 times before I got it the way I wanted to look. And you can see this one's different. I weaved it the other way. So, you know, oh, it's a little big. Should I trim it? I think I'm going to leave it, honestly. I'd rather have too much than too little. But if I didn't want it, if it was too big, I could easily just pull that up, pull it off, and start again. I don't know where my mini dimensionals are. So I'm going to open up a new one here. Is that them? Nope. Okay. This guy is super thin, so in order to you definitely need the minis, or cut the regular one smaller. Oh, go with it. You like the long? Okay, it's a little, it got away from me a little bit. That's okay. Whoops. Wow, I picked up a dimensional along the way. I have an extra one. Okay. I always like see one of my dimensionals you can see poking through. And dimensionals too, like you can usually, if you put a dimensional down and you don't use it, or it's in the wrong spot, or you have to fix something, roll it off. Like take your finger and apply pressure and it'll actually just kind of roll off. Mine are fine, so I'm not going to do it. But I make plenty of mistakes. So just because, you know, I'm a demo and I've been doing this a couple of years, I make mistakes all the time. So you learn a trick or two as to how to fix your mistakes. And that's what I would recommend. Okay, so there's my sentiment. I'm thinking of you. I love it. Which, by the way, if you've been watching and have yet to leave a comment, you still have a couple more minutes to do so. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to pop all your names into a hat and someone will receive tonight's card. So to finish it off, I'm just going to add a couple of pearls. Look at this. I've used them a time or two. And I'm going to put like one here and one here-ish, like there. And then one like there. I don't know, wherever you feel it would be nice, that's where you should add them. And that's the end. That's our card. I don't know. I must have, something looks different. I wonder if I use Blushing Bride and, let's see here. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can get a piece of scrap white. Oops, that's not big enough. Let's just see for a second. I'm all done. So if you need to go, feel free to go. But that's going to bother me. And I want to make sure I give you the right information. So let me clean this for a second. I wonder if I use Mary Merlot and Blushing Bride. Let's just try this for a second. Where is it? There we go. So if I were to use Mary Merlot, which I definitely could have sworn I used, but that looks awfully dark, man. Oh, you haven't played with it yet? Oh, gosh. I know. I had them all out, and I was like, I originally was going to play with the succulents tonight. Here's what I was making. So here's a little sneak peek of what I was playing with. I was going to do this for tonight, but I figured you probably didn't want to sit here and watch me color all that, so I scratched that idea and I went with flowers instead. Let's just try this, and then gosh, I don't know. I'm stumped. I'm gonna have to sit here and play with all my colors. Oh, I didn't line that up very well. Well, I don't know. I'm stumped. This is Blushing Bride and Mary Merlot. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what colors I use. I could have sworn it was that one, but it looks a shade off. So play around with it. Let me know. Did you stamp off Mary? I didn't. No, I did everything full strength. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, Heather. I'm completely at a loss. I could have sworn that was Marion Rollone Rococo Rose. You're going to have to play with it and see what different colors you get. No, it wasn't Blackberry Bliss because I definitely stuck with these colors. So it was definitely some sort of combination of these colors. Hold on, that one's not closed. So play around with these and see what you can come up with. And then you let me know. You'd be like, you know what that was this, this, and this. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. And apparently I need to take notes as I'm stamping because I forget. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Thanks for being patient as I have no clue what I'm doing half the time. Be sure to let me know if you are interested in receiving a catalog. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you in any way I possibly can. Have a great night, everyone. And I'm planning on going live next week, even though it's Thanksgiving Eve. I should be able to, but if we're not done prepping and cooking, just keep an eye out on my Facebook page if I have to cancel last minute. But the plan is for me to go live. So I'll see you everyone next week. Have a great rest of your evening and your weekend ahead. Bye-bye, everyone.